You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
Welcome to our 2026 Candidates Forum here at West La Follette School. We're proud to be on Edison Brown, Andy Troutman floor, and of course, we're on the Dottie Rogers stage. For those of you of a certain age, you know exactly who those folks were. Some great members of our community. Edison Brown was the principal here for years and years. Andy Troutman, a great attorney in town, just a wonderful person, was the city judge for years. And Dottie Rogers used to come in, organize plays here at the school, and obviously here on the stage. So it's the Dottie Rogers stage these days. Before we get started, let's mention some thank yous here at the beginning so we don't forget them at the end. Certainly thank you to Chris Smith and the staff here at the La Follette Recreation Department. And a special appreciation to John Green. John gets everything going for us here. He makes it really happen. And of course, Jeff Norman is also a big part of that here too with the La Follette Recreation Center. Our sponsors tonight, Maria Parton, Beacon Finance, and Skeeter's Tire Barn. And we want to mention that early voting starts on April the 15th, so we're almost there. Jim Freeman here with Susan Sharp. And Susan, we're going to start with about a dozen candidates here right from the get-go.
Yes, Jim, we are. We're going to go ahead. We have some candidates lined up. They're going to take 2 minutes. They're going to introduce themselves to everyone, and then they're just going to come out, let you know who they are, what they're running for, and I think we can get them started. What do you think, Jim?
We begin with Jerry Brown. Jerry is a candidate for County Commission in the 2nd District. Jerry?
Hello. I'd like to thank WLAF for this opportunity to speak to you and the people of Campbell County. My name is Jerry Brown. I'm running for the Campbell County Commission 2nd District. Tonight I'm standing here asking all the people in the 2nd District to give me the opportunity to represent them in the Campbell County Commission. I'm not a career politician. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I am a paramedic and I'm a firefighter. For over 30 years, it's been my job to fix problems. In my travels here lately, talking to people in Campbell County and the 2nd District, they all say the same thing over and over again. They want to see change and improvements from roads, jobs, schools, law enforcement, fire, EMS, healthcare, parks. The list just keeps going on. All I can do is ask the people of the 2nd District for an opportunity. Vote for me, Jerry Brown. Give me an opportunity to try to fix the problems in this county. I need your vote May the 5th for the primary, and again, August the 6th for the general election. Thank you, and God bless you.
Jerry Brown, candidate for County Commission, 2nd District. Now Monty Bullock, candidate for trustee. Monty, come on up.
Go.
Okay.
I'm Monty Bullock, and I'm up for re-election for trustee. My wife is named Pam. I got a daughter named Lindsay Server. My son-in-law is Raymond. I have 2 grandkids. And I want you to know it's been an honor for me to serve as your trustee the last 35 years, and I want to serve another 4 years. I appreciate WLF having us here tonight, and y'all do a great job. We appreciate you letting us do this. And I'm very well experienced. I'm qualified to continue doing my job. I got great employees, and we're here to serve you all. And I want to congratulate all the candidates that's named us on the ballot. If you've never run for an office before, it's not easy. It's a hard job, and I wish you all good luck. And remember me, I'll be on the ballot in August, and I appreciate everybody's vote and support. If you need me, I'm there to serve and help you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Monty Bullock. Candidate for trustee. We next bring on Josh Edders. Josh is a candidate for County Commission in the 1st District. Josh?
Thank you, WLAF, for letting us be here this evening. Everybody doesn't know, my name is Josh Edders. I'm running for County Commission in the 2nd District. I'm sorry. Mine's kind of leaving me here. But I've been a lifelong resident of Campbell County. I grew up here. I've been here my whole life. I want to see Campbell County grow. I don't want to see us stay stagnant. I don't want to see us not grow into the county that we should be. We have everything that we need to move forward, and with your votes, we will move Campbell County forward. We will fix the issues that we have at hand. Right now, our county needs help. I'm not trying to bash anybody that's been there prior, but we need to help. We need to move it forward. With your vote, I appreciate it. And let's make Campbell County what we should be.
Thank you, Josh Edders, candidate for County Commission, 1st District. And are we sounding where you can hear us out there in the audience? Yay? No? No? Okay, the podium mic, we need a little adjustment there maybe. If you, Matthew, if you want to, you'll check on that and we'll talk here a little bit and fill something for you. How about that? Okay, maybe. You're going to turn the volume up on that, I guess, what you're going to do. Very good. Okay. That's probably the first step you should be taking. Very good. That's why you do what you do. Yes. Let's bring on Chris Honeycutt. Chris is a candidate for school board, 2nd District. Chris will have the longest name on the ballot. Chris, I'll let you give your full name. I'll bumble it, but Chris Honeycutt. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you again, WLAF, for hosting this and allowing us to be here and introduce ourselves. My name is Chris Honeycutt. I won't give you the full long name now, but I am running for 2nd District School Board. As a former teacher and football coach, I spent 13 years teaching high school math and actually 16 years coaching football. I have an EDS degree in educational leadership, so I feel like I have the classroom experience, the experience in the building, as well as the education to be able to do this job effectively. I'm invested. I have two kids that are coming up through the system, and I want to fight for them. I want things to improve for them. I want things to continue to grow and to see things thrive. I have a passion for leadership, so I want to work hands-on with the director of schools so that they can continue to grow, so it can trickle down to the teachers and ultimately to the students. And I have a passion for athletics. I think academic success and athletic success go hand in hand. I think there's a direct correlation. And I think we have a border problem, and I want to be a part of the solution of keeping high-quality students and teachers in our community. Having said that, I would appreciate your vote, and thank you very much for your time.
Very good, Chris. Thank you, Chris Honeycutt, candidate for school board in the 2nd District. As we go in alphabetical order, we welcome Tyler King, a candidate for county clerk. Tyler?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tyler King, and I want to thank each of you for coming out tonight to be involved in your community. It truly means a lot to see people who care about the future of Campbell County. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tyler King. I'm a lifelong resident of Campbell County and a 2006 graduate of Jellicoe High School. I spent the last 10 years serving the people of this county, including working as a deputy clerk. Through that experience, I have had the opportunity to help the citizens every day with vehicle registrations, title transfers, and many services that keep our county government running smoothly. Those experiences have given me a deep understanding of how the clerk's office works and how important it is to provide friendly, efficient, and reliable service to the public. The county clerk's office is often one of the first places people interact with local government, and I believe those interactions should be professional, respectful, and helpful. My goal is simple: to serve the people of this county with honesty, dedication, and a strong work ethic. I want to ensure that the clerk's office continues to operate efficiently while always putting the needs of our citizens first. Campbell County has given me so much, and I would be honored to have the opportunity to give back by serving as your county clerk. I humbly ask for your vote and your support on August the 6th, and I want to thank you all for your time, and I look forward to meeting with you all in the coming months.
Tyler King, candidate for county clerk here in Campbell County. Thank you, Tyler. And of course, we do want to mention a special thank you to you being here tonight, also to all the candidates who are here tonight. Next on the list, as we go now to Marvin Rutherford. Marvin is a candidate for school board in the 2nd District. Marvin, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having this, Jim and Susan. I'd like to tell you my name is Marvin Rutherford. I'm a lifelong resident of Campbell County. I have raised 3 children through our school system. And I'm been married 36 years to Kathy Lynn Bolton. My dad was a school board member for 20 plus years. My mom was an educator for almost 30. My brother Steve was an educator. And I think that seeing what they had done and accomplished, I think I could continue their legacy and do what they need to do and help our kids succeed in life and stuff. So I'd appreciate your vote and support. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Marvin. Marvin Rutherford, candidate for 2nd District School Board. We now bring on Noah Smith, a candidate for State Representative, 36th District. Hello, Noah.
Thank you, Jim. I feel like it's old times. We've been at West Hall for
a WLAF alum.
That's right. Yeah, we several years, too many to count, so that's good. My name is Noah Smith, as many of you all know. Born and raised right here in Campbell County. I lived in Jacksboro my whole life. Was elected to the school board when I was 19 years old. Technically, I was running when I was 18. And I am an airline pilot right now for a major airline, and I enjoy that. I always tell people I like to go to work so I can relax. It's a lot easier than campaigning. But it'd be an honor to serve as your state representative here in Campbell County and in Union County and also in parts of Claiborne County. I have Speedwell and New Tazewell in Claiborne County. I think for too long we've been let down by politicians in Nashville and D.C. that keep telling us what they want to do and want to do and want to do, and then it come time for election time and they keep telling us what they want to do. It's time that we elect somebody that will get stuff done, and that's exactly the plan that I have, exactly the mission and the drive and the energy that I want to bring to this office. I am a multi-generational Campbell Countyan, come from the Ayers family on my mother's side. Hack Ayers was my great uncle and R.L. Ayers is my grandfather. On the Smith side, I come from Roy Smith and the Hardwicks down there in Caryville too. So long, rich history here in Campbell County, but we need a state rep that will always be involved, engaged, and accessible in our communities, fighting for the issues that matter to us most. We've continued to lose. We've lost our state park pool. We've lost our driver's license centers. We've continued to lose several things in our county that are state issues. And it's time we have a state representative that will put our people first, not those of the special interests. And that's exactly why I'm running for term limits in D.C. just as much as we need them in Nashville. And I think that's exactly what we need. I'd be honored to have your vote, your support. I'm a hardcore Republican, and I'd be glad to be honored to have your support in August in the primary. And I look forward to meeting you all and serving you all in the state legislature.
Very good, Noah. Thank you. Noah Smith, candidate for State Representative, 36th District. Next, we go to Lance Wilson. Lance is a candidate for County Clerk. Lance, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. And first, I want to thank everyone who took time out of their busy evening to be here tonight. Seeing those that are here, it makes me proud to be part of a county for people that care about what's going on here. My name's Lance Wilson, and I appreciate the opportunity to share a few things about why I'm running for the county clerk's office here in Campbell County. As of right now, I'm running the Republican primary, and the decision for me was made very simple. I love this county. I love everything about it. This is my home. It's where my family's being raised. It's where my business is, and it's where the people that I love live. From 2011 to 2014, I worked in the county clerk's office. I learned everything that you could learn in that office. I did every job that was required of me. I learned the budgeting. I learned the reporting. I tried every situation as it came the way that it should be. Done right and done with efficiency and done with character and done with respect. For the past 10 years, I've ran and operated my business, Wilson Gas. It's a propane business that I supply people with propane locally in the county. And running a small business in your hometown teaches you that people expect honesty and someone who works hard and does the job the right way. Those are the same values that I would bring to the clerk's office. As this campaign moves forward, you'll hear candidates talk about their experiences and all about themselves. And the truth is, this election really isn't about me. It's about you, the people. Too often in politics, the focus becomes about the candidates themselves. When it comes to this race, it's all about you, the voters. And I hope that you feel like you're voting for yourself when you see me, because that's exactly what I'm here to represent. I'm not asking to vote for a politician. I'm asking you to vote for a neighbor that's willing to serve you. Because at the end of the day, the clerk's office doesn't belong to politicians, it belongs to the people of Campbell County. So I'm thankful for the opportunity that WLAF has given us. My name is Lance Wilson. I truly appreciate it if you vote for me. Early voting is April the 15th to the 30th. The election day is May 5th, and I'd truly be honored to get your support. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Lance, thank you. Lance Wilson, candidate for county clerk in Campbell County. We're going to take a break and be back. We have finished up our list of candidates rather quickly tonight. That's gone by maybe a bit quicker than I was planning. You planning too?
Well, you know, time flies when you're having fun.
That's right. Everybody was allotted 2 minutes. Not everybody went a full 2 minutes, which is okay. Stay connected. We're coming right back on the WLAF Meet the Candidates Forum 2026.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk. Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue. And by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
For over 50 years, Dole Huckabee has been in the tire business. Dole's dedication is a testament of values, hard work, integrity, and strong community ties. What started out as a small shop with a simple goal, keeping neighbors safe on the road, grew into a family business that became a cornerstone of our town. Through the decades, Dole's become a friend to his customers, a supporter of local families, and a role model to his own children. This shop carries a name that means the world to us. Skeeter was more than just a nickname. It belonged to a husband, a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A man whose hard work, humor, and generosity and love for family left a mark on everyone who knew him. Now, as we carry on both Doyle's legacy and Skeeter's memory, we are proud to serve the community with the same promise Dole made over 50 years ago: dependable service and honest work.
Hi, I'm Maria Parton. After much prayer and support from the community, I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the Republican nomination for County Clerk of Campbell County in the May 5th, 2026 primary election. For 25 years, I've served the citizens of Campbell County in the clerk's office, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring every person who walks through the door is treated with respect. I believe the citizens of Campbell County deserve an office that runs efficiently, professionally, and with a strong commitment to public service. Public service is not just a job to me, it's a commitment. As your county clerk, I will work every day to uphold the trust placed in this office and serve the people of Campbell County with dedication, professionalism, and knowledge. No matter what part of Campbell County you call home, I would be honored to earn your support for the county clerk. Make your plan to vote today.
Here in our community, life happens. Maybe the car needs repairs, the electric bill ran a little higher than expected, or you just need a little help getting through the month. That's where your neighbors at Beacon Finance come in. Beacon Finance offers friendly service, quick decisions, and payments that work with your budget. Give us a call today at 423-566-4634, or just stop by and see us on North Tennessee Avenue. Beacon Finance, here when you need a little help.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk. Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue. And by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
It's been a while since we've had a primary election. It's changed the complexion of this campaign season dramatically.
It has, Jim. I believe it was 1996 was the last time we actually had a primary in Campbell County. Many, many years ago. I believe that's about 30. But this year they decided that we were going to do it. It has shaken things up tremendously. I think we've seen a different political landscape. We had petitions being picked up 3 days before Christmas, which is very uncommon. But here we are, we're going to do a primary, and I think we're going to have early voting that starts just about a month from now, Jim?
Pretty close. We're April 15th, so we're almost to the midway point of March. April 15th through April 30th for early voting, and then Election Day is May 5th, which is on a Tuesday, and then the general election coming up for the local candidates in August. Special thank you to Tom and Tommy Robards at Winter Furniture, helping us get our stage set for this evening's broadcast here on WLAF. Thanks, Tom and Tommy. We certainly appreciate that. We have Sheriff's candidate Daryl Chapman on deck. We'll visit with him here in just a little bit. Our mayoral candidates, Jimmy Jeffries, Jack Lynch, coming up here in the nightcap here on WLAF. We invite you to stay connected as our countdown continues here on the WLAF Forum 2026.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk. Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue. And by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
For over 50 years, Dole Huckabee has been in the tire business. Dole's dedication is a testament of values, hard work, integrity, and strong community ties. What started out as a small shop with a simple goal, keeping neighbors safe on the road, grew into a family business that became a cornerstone of our town. Through the decades, Dole's become a friend to his customers, a supporter of local families, and a role model to his own children. This shop carries a name that means the world to us. Skeeter was more than just a nickname. It belonged to a husband, a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A man whose hard work, humor, and generosity and love for family left a mark on everyone who knew him. Now, as we carry on both Doyle's legacy and Skeeter's memory, we are proud to serve the community with the same promise Dole made over 50 years ago: dependable service and honest work.
Hi, I'm Maria Parton. After much prayer and support from the community, I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the Republican nomination for County Clerk of Campbell County in the May 5th, 2026 primary election. For 25 years, I've served the citizens of Campbell County in the clerk's office, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring every person who walks through the door is treated with respect. I believe the citizens of Campbell County deserve an office that runs efficiently, professionally, and with a strong commitment to public service. Public service is not just a job to me, it's a commitment. As your county clerk, I will work every day to uphold the trust placed in this office and serve the people of Campbell County with dedication, professionalism, and knowledge. No matter what part of Campbell County you call home, I would be honored to earn your support for the county clerk. Make your plan to vote today.
Here in our community, life happens. Maybe the car needs repairs. The electric bill ran a little higher than expected. or you just need a little help getting through the month. That's where your neighbors at Beacon Finance come in. Beacon Finance offers friendly service, quick decisions, and payments that work with your budget. Give us a call today at 423-566-4634, or just stop by and see us on North Tennessee Avenue. Beacon Finance, here when you need a little help.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
Susan Sharp, and we're glad you're along here tonight on WLAF. And we have our next event will involve the sheriff's candidates.
It will, Jim. We're going to follow the standard format that we have done for, I guess, probably about 10 years now. We're going to have the candidates talk. They're going to be asked questions. They're going to have 2 minutes to introduce themselves. They will be asked questions that were sent out, but were randomly selected out of a larger list. They will have 2 minutes to answer each of those questions, and then they will give us a 2-minute closing comment. I do want to add that Daryl Chapman will be the only one for the sheriff's race. Wayne Barton was invited but failed to respond to WLAF's invitation. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to talk to Daryl, but this is something we do as a public service, and we are very happy to do it, aren't we, Jim?
No doubt, especially on such a warm night. And we're ready to begin with Sheriff's candidate Daryl Chapman. Daryl, you have 2 minutes to open, and it's all yours, sir.
Hello, Campbell County, and thank you for tuning in to 1450 WLAF this evening. Thank you, Jim and Susan, Matthew, and all the crew. This has turned out exactly like you told me it would. It's really nice. I really appreciate it. For all of you that don't know me, I'm Daryl Chapman. I was the son of Joe Buck and Evelyn Teeny Chapman of Jacksboro. I was raised there in Jacksboro Station my entire life. I've been a law enforcement officer since the age of 22. I started on Halloween 1988 and started working for Sheriff John Dossett. And over the years, I've worked in the jail, I've been a dispatcher, I've worked patrol, I worked narcotics, I worked deep undercover narcotics, I worked CID, I've been a criminal investigator, and I've also been around for a long time. So I know a lot about what's going on in our communities.
Your first question for Daryl is, what steps will you take to improve response times across Campbell County?
Well, Jim, that's a really good question, and it requires a multifaceted approach, and there's going to be goals to have to be achieved to obtain the optimal response times. There must be enough patrol units to cover all the zones appropriately for the number of calls for service in each zone. This is not being done. Some zones have more calls than others, but you cannot continuously pull a zone car to answer other zone calls as it leaves their zone totally unprotected. and their response time back to their zone to answer their own calls increases dramatically. If you must fill a full-time deputy's position with a part-time deputy, you do not have enough officers assigned to the patrol division. So currently they are forced to run all over the county answering calls, backing each other up, and trying to continuously respond to their own calls. When they do have some downtime, they have to do their paperwork. So there is very, very little actual patrolling being done on our roads in their communities. So what we got to do, we got to fill each zone, each day, each shift with a full-time deputy. That's the first thing, period. They must stay in their zones, out of the cities, and back to the county they belong. Then we can use the part-time patrol officers to help cover the zones, back the officers up, and then maybe if they're needed, take their ones that's been arrested to the jail. That keeps the zone car in the zone. Then the part-time can also be freed up to take medical transports, and some of those is required to go all the way to Eagle Bend, just on the outside of Chattanooga. That takes a long time for a zone car to be taken out of its zone. The next step is we need to ensure the sergeant is staying mobile. He does not need to work a zone. Currently, he works the zone and backs up officers. That can't happen because he can't effectively patrol his zone he's assigned, because there's basically going to be nobody in it at all times. We're going to transition to a new software system that makes patrol easier and it speeds things up. So when patrol does things outside, it also affects the jail. It loads the jail's computers up as well. And then if the jail's done something on a subject, it will show up for the patrol. It's a very cohesive system. We have to build up the civil process division. That will enable all the deputies to be in their zones instead of running all over the county serving civil process. We must recruit from the police academies. That way we can train the recruits the way we want them to begin with, and the way we want them is we want them in their zones. We want them to stay in their zone. But last, we need to build a reserve unit of volunteers, and they can answer calls and complaints after they've been certified through the Post Commission.
The next question we have is, what do you think is the number one thing that needs to change at the Campbell County Sheriff's Department, and how would you go about changing it?
Susan, that's a very good question. The one thing that needs to be changed is the direction. It's going in the absolute wrong direction. The incumbent said when he was running for office 4 years ago that he'd have the jail fixed in 2 weeks. 4 years later, it's worse than it's ever been. At least a dozen or so has died from drug overdoses in the jail, and they're continuously overdosing in it as we speak. At one point, 10 was overdosed at the same time. Taxpayers bought a body scanner, but it is rarely used, and I've heard from patrol officers, corrections officers, and officers from other agencies that it's not being used or utilized, and some has told me that it doesn't even work. The incumbent received a certified jail from the previous administration on his first day. 4 years later, the jail has not achieved Tier 1 certification. The higher the certification, the more money you get for the state prisoners. Tier 2 is the highest that can be obtained, and currently in East Tennessee, there's only 2 jails that has it, and it's the Anderson County Sheriff's Office and the Blount County Sheriff's Office. The incumbent stopped going after drug dealers after taking office after a bit. Orders were given to target users instead. They were told to make traffic stops on users. Those stops now have slowed down too. Then he put the narcotics detectives working in the schools as school resource officers because he was so short in the SRO program. When he took office, the SRO unit was fully staffed. So basically right now, no one is targeting drug dealers. The only drugs he's getting off the streets will be his 2-week-old bragging accomplishment of law-abiding citizens to mail in their unused prescription medications to be destroyed. The incumbent has not held his deputies accountable for their actions. Some have been asked to resign instead of being fired or even arrested in a few cases. Currently, there's no transparency and the public is mostly unaware of the ongoings. I'm committed to the direction for a safer and more productive jail. I'm committed to targeting drug dealers again, and I'm committed to bringing accountability back to the badge.
Darrell, thank you. Let's go to our next question. What would you do if you had to arrest one of your own deputies?
Well, that's an excellent question. That falls right into what I've been saying for months now, bringing accountability back to the badge. In my 37 years of law enforcement, I have not seen the actual sheriff arrest no more 3 or 4 at the most, and 4 is a high number, and I've worked for 9 sheriffs. Let us all hope that I do not have to arrest a deputy. However, I want to make this abundantly clear, and I want to make it really abundantly clear. If one of my deputies must be arrested and the situation allows for me to be there, I will place the handcuffs on him myself, and I will transport him to the jail myself. And if any of the outside agencies decides that a deputy has to be arrested, my office will give them their full support. I wholeheartedly support any investigation by the district attorney's office coming in on a deputy. My services will be at the District Attorney General Jared Effler's full disposal. The days of being asked to resign instead of being fired or arrested are over.
Thank you, Darrell. We appreciate that answer to a very hard question. This is an issue that we hear time and time again, especially around election time, and that's the issue of drug use and addiction. So how would you approach the issue of drug if you're elected sheriff?
Susan, that's a really good question, and it's another one that's going to require a lot of work. First, we will target drug dealers again on multiple levels. There will be drug raids and dealers being arrested on a consistent and effective basis by the sheriff's office itself. Then, in the last 4 years, we've learned that illegal and illicit drugs are being sold unopposed of the law on a greater scale than ever before. So that makes me, I will have to call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the DEA, and all the United States Marshals and all those alphabetized agencies to come in here and help us attack this drug problem that we have. So let's go to the addiction. Addiction has taken the lives of many of our family members, many. It deserves the attention and help for the addicted in the fastest ways possible. We must take away as many drug dealers as possible to combat the ease of obtaining drugs. The easier to get the drugs, the more the addicts are produced, and the easier they stay on drugs. I want to make use of any recovery program in the jail that will benefit the people in the jail. Over my career and lately, I had many drug addicts on the street tell me that they're ready to get off drugs. They'll get off, but they will ask. The one that stands out in my mind, we had Narcaned him 6 times, and he said quite clearly after he retained from his violent entering into our world again. He said, I'm an addict. When I want off, I'll get off. He said, but I expect programs to be ready for me when I decide that. That made wholeheartedly good sense. And we do need to have programs readily available for when people decide they need help, period. But remember, fighting the drug epidemic, the communities requires a lot more than that. We must continually educate our youth, target dealers, and provide support for addicts inside the jail and out.
What is the one thing that you wish you had done differently in your law enforcement career?
Well, that one, I don't really need my notes for that one, Jim, but the one thing that comes to my mind is that I put way too many hours into my job, and it took away from time from my family when my children was growing up. But I loved the job then, and I love it now. But the pay was extremely poor then, so I had to work more to provide for their needs. That is one of the reasons that I'm fighting for better pay for the employees. Jim, there's no other answer but this one.
Okay, Daryl, we are coming up to the last question of the evening. This one, I hope you're ready for it. In recent years, there's been an increase in the number of females being incarcerated. How should that factor into your hiring decisions and subsequent promotions?
That's an easy one. It absolutely factors into hiring and promotion. The law currently affords for male corrections officers to enter into the female housing units. However, they must announce their presence. Also, however, I want to see female corrections officers in these sections. I want to see them promoted inside the jail as well. I feel very strongly about this. I'm old school. Women needs to be in there watching the women.
Well said. Daryl, that's the last question we have for you. And now you have a couple of minutes to wrap up and
I would like to thank everyone for coming out here today to watch us. WLAF puts on a very good kind of event, so I really appreciate them, and I want you to know that I will do what I say. We will target drug dealers again. We will work diligently to solve problems in the jail, and we will most certainly bring accountability back to the badge.
Daryl, thank you. Daryl Chapman, candidate for sheriff in Campbell County. Daryl, thank you for taking time tonight.
Thank you, Jim.
We wish you well, and we invite you to stay connected here as we continue on our candidates forum here on WLAF.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
For over 50 years, Dole Huckabee has been in the tire business. Dole's dedication is a testament of values, hard work, integrity, and strong community ties. What started out as a small shop with a simple goal, keeping neighbors safe on the road, grew into a family business that became a cornerstone of our town. Through the decades, Dole's become a friend to his customers, a supporter of local families, and a role model to his own children. This shop carries a name that means the world to us. Skeeter was more than just a nickname. It belonged to a husband, a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A man whose hard work, humor, and generosity and love for family left a mark on everyone who knew him. Now, as we carry on both Doyle's legacy and Skeeter's memory, we are proud to serve the community with the same promise Dole made over 50 years ago: dependable service and honest work.
Hi, I'm Maria Parton. After much prayer and support from the community, I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the Republican nomination for County Clerk of Campbell County in the May 5th, 2026 primary election. For 25 years, I've served the citizens of Campbell County in the clerk's office, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring every person who walks through the door is treated with respect. I believe the citizens of Campbell County deserve an office that runs efficiently, professionally, and with a strong commitment to public service. Public service is not just a job to me, it's a commitment. As your county clerk, I will work every day to uphold the trust placed in this office and serve the people of Campbell County with dedication, professionalism, and knowledge. No matter what part of Campbell County you call home, I would be honored to earn your support for the county clerk. Make your plan to vote today.
Here in our community, life happens. Maybe the car needs repairs, the electric bill ran a little higher than expected, or you just need a little help getting through the month. That's where your neighbors at Beacon Finance come in. Beacon Finance offers friendly service, quick decisions, and payments that work with your budget. Give us a call today at 423-566-4634. Or just stop by and see us on North Tennessee Avenue. Beacon Finance, here when you need a little help.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
Our 2026 Candidate Forum here on WLAF, and we thank you for connecting tonight and being here in person as well. And of course, when we do live TV, some things change.
That is the nature of live TV. And as it goes, we've had Maria Parton join us. She is going to take her 2 minutes to introduce herself, talk about why she's running. And we're going to go ahead and let you do that now, Maria.
Okay. Hi, Jim and Susan. Thank you so much for sponsoring this tonight. I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for everybody that's in the office, down into the audience there. I'm Maria Parton, and I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the nomination for county clerk in the Republican primary on May 5th. I want to be your county clerk because I have experience and knowledge in the county clerk's office. I have done everything in the clerk's office, helping people day to day. There's nothing in there that I've not done. I was deputy clerk for 8 years. I worked in the office for 25 years. And I love the job. I love helping people. And I want to be there for you as your county clerk with knowledge, professionalism, and courtesy. I know down through my years in the clerk's office, I realized that people are our number one goal. I want to have number one customer service for the citizens of Campbell County. And I hope to be able to earn your vote and support in the primary on May 5th. Early voting starts April 15th and runs through April 30th. Thank you.
Maria, thank you. Maria Parton, candidate for county clerk. We invite you to stay connected. We'll visit with the candidates for mayor, Jimmy Jeffries and Jack Lynch, when we return here on WLAF.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
For over 50 years, Dole Huckabee has been in the tire business. Dole's dedication is a testament of values, hard work, integrity, and strong community ties. What started out as a small shop with a simple goal, keeping neighbors safe on the road, grew into a family business that became a cornerstone of our town. Through the decades, Dole's become a friend to his customers, a supporter of local families, and a role model to his own children. This shop carries a name that means the world to us. Skeeter was more than just a nickname. It belonged to a husband, a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A man whose hard work, humor, and generosity and love for family left a mark on everyone who knew him. Now, as we carry on both Doyle's legacy and Skeeter's memory, we are proud to serve the community with the same promise Dole made over 50 years ago: dependable service and honest work.
Hi, I'm Maria Parton. After much prayer and support from the community, I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the Republican nomination for County Clerk of Campbell County in the May 5th, 2026 primary election. For 25 years, I've served the citizens of Campbell County in the clerk's office, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring every person who walks through the door is treated with respect. I believe the citizens of Campbell County deserve an office that runs efficiently, professionally, and with a strong commitment to public service. Public service is not just a job to me, it's a commitment. As your county clerk, I will work every day to uphold the trust placed in this office and serve the people of Campbell County with dedication, professionalism, and knowledge. No matter what part of Campbell County you call home, I would be honored to earn your support for the county clerk. Make your plan to vote today.
Here in our community, life happens. Maybe the car needs repairs, the electric bill ran a little higher than expected, or you just need a little help getting through the month. That's where your neighbors at Beacon Finance come in. Beacon Finance offers friendly service, quick decisions, and payments that work with your budget. Give us a call today at 423-566-4634, or just stop by and see us on North Tennessee Avenue. Beacon Finance, here when you need a little help.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
The Campbell County Board of Education's regular monthly meeting just concluding at Jacksboro, and board members voted to add Interim Director of Schools Nancy Lay to the list of 3 finalists to be the next Campbell County Director of Schools. The Tennessee School Board Association, the TSBA, narrowed the 15 applicants down to 2, with Campbell County Elementary Supervisor Lori Atkins Clemens and Special Education Supervisor Charlotte McCoy making the cut. School board members Brandon Johnson, Randy Heatherly, Sharon Ryder, and Brent Lester voted no to adding Lay to the finalists, while Crystal Creekmore, Ryan Cummins, Ronnie Lastly, Jamie Wheeler, Lisa Fields, and Jeffrey Miller voted to add Lay to the list of candidates. So there you have it. That's the latest from Jacksboro, and thanks to WLAF reporter Charlotte Underwood. We'll have a much more detailed story on that for you tomorrow, first thing tomorrow here on WLAF and 1450WLAF.com. We now begin our mayoral segment here, and Susan, share the details of how this will be conducted here this evening, please.
Thank you, Jim. Following our standard format, each candidate will be given 2 minutes to introduce themselves. After that, we will then ask them 6 questions that we have randomly selected out of the 15 we sent them a few weeks ago. These have been randomly selected, and each candidate will get 2 minutes in order to answer that. And of course, as usual, we'll give them those 2 minutes for a closing statement, Jim.
And as mentioned, we'll go alphabetically, so we begin with Jimmy Jeffries. And Mr. Jeffries, your opening statement, please.
Thank you for having us tonight. My name is Jimmy Jeffries. I am the Republican candidate for Campbell County Mayor. I'm a lifelong resident of Campbell County. I've been married to my wife, Liza, for over 20 years. We have 2 children and 2 grandchildren. During the past 25 years, I've served the county in numerous capacities, most of those being in law enforcement. I started out in patrol and worked my way up through detective, narcotics, and eventually into chief of police for the city of La Follette. In 2015, I took the city administrator's job through 2021, where I learned budgeting, grants, and just the general overall workings of local government. My focus for the county is very simple. It will be job recruitment, education, infrastructure, and county services. I will actively recruit jobs to Campbell County. Our education system, I will work with the county commission and the school board to ensure that our teachers have everything they need to give our children and grandchildren the best education they can possibly have. Infrastructure-wise, with new jobs will come the need for new infrastructure. Also, in 2026, we still have folks in Campbell County that don't have running water, or I guess I should say city water. So there are some grants and things out there that can help those folks, but in 2026 in our county, everybody needs to have the ability to have water. As far as county services go, the county services, we need to make sure that they work at peak efficiency for the citizens and that they're open and there when the citizens need them. So with your vote, I will be the strong voice that will lead Campbell County into the future.
Jimmy Jeffries, thank you. Candidate for mayor. We now go to Jack Lynch, candidate for mayor. Your opening statements, Mr. Lynch.
Thank you, Jim. My name is Jack Lynch. I am your county mayor. Have been for 3.5 years. I'm a country boy. I grew up right here in Campbell County. Spent my entire life here, worked here. I'm married to the former Michelle Orris. We have one daughter, Megan Inman, and she's married to Dustin. We have 3 granddaughters, all in public school or daycare here in the county. I care about the issues that face everyone in the county because I do represent 40,000 people, and that's what I do. I was raised in the Valley View community on a dirt farm, if you want to call it that. We raised tobacco and chickens and all that stuff. I mean everything. I earned my BS degree from the University, LMU University. And I got a degree there in education and one in business administration. Later on, I went back to the University of Tennessee where I earned a master's degree in instruction and a minor in economics. I'm a lifetime farmer. I'm an educator in the school system. I've spent 30 years with our youth working in the school system of Campbell County. I taught also GED classes in the jail for about 10 years at night. For the last 3.5 years, I've had the opportunity to serve you, the people of Campbell County, as your county mayor. I have worked from day one to accomplish everything I could within the time I had. And I worked all that time, every day. My staff works every day. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jack Lynch. Now we go to our first question. And again, we go alphabetically, beginning with Jimmy Jeffries. Mr. Jeffries, Campbell County has seen 2 of its largest industrial entities choose to leave the area. If you would, please provide 3 specific ways that you would attain and you would attract and retain industry here in Campbell County.
So there's probably some things that a lot of the citizens don't know, but there's incentives out there through TVA. There's also some incentives through the state of Tennessee, and at one time, the county itself had a matrix that they could plug into to offer incentives for jobs. I would work with our regional and our state partners to identify businesses that are looking to relocate, and at that point, I would go out and I would advocate for those businesses to come to Campbell County, explain why Campbell County is the best place for those businesses to be, and use those incentives to help those businesses come to Campbell County. Use all the incentives at our disposal, whether it be local, state, or even federal incentives to help businesses come to Campbell County and to stay in Campbell County. As far as retaining business, it was my experience as city administrator that that's just building a rapport with the business, finding out what those businesses need if they're having problems, and help address those problems. Go out and talk to the businesses and address the problems that they're having, and that will help you retain your business. But I think incentives are a huge benefit that we've probably not been using.
Thank you. Same question for Mr. Lynch. Campbell County has seen 2 of its largest industrial entities choose to leave the area. Please provide 3 specific ways that you would attract and / retain industry.
Okay. Actually, you say there's two businesses. There's one business that has left now, they're gone, DeRoyal. We have the other business which made notice that they will leave probably within 2 years, 18 months to 2 years, according to the plant manager there today. We have worked with the plant manager there. We've toured that plant. We've been in that plant from the first month I was elected. We have met with them on a regular basis. We have a relationship with those people. But we know what to do now that we know the information. You might remember that 3.5 years ago, we faced the very same problem. As I was elected, George's Food had just laid off 160 people. I immediately began to work. We put together the economic development team, and we went after that company. We talked to them. It was sold to Gold Creek Foods. I met Mr. Joe Maddox there, who was now an executive with Gold Creek. We used all the incentives that Jimmy talked about, and there are others. Well, matter of fact, this is where we signed the first pilot program ever done in Campbell County. It was 690 pages, actually. And we'll continue to do this. We will continue to work with ECD. We'll also continue to work with the East Tennessee Economic Development Agency, the East Tennessee Development District, TVA, and others. We meet regularly with my economic team. We meet these folks on a regular basis and discuss issues in Campbell County. We will market the building. DeRoyal decided to sell the building just a week ago, so it is now on the market. We will recruit somebody, and we will work at it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lynch. And we're going to let you have this question first. How will you address the many vagrants in the community, and what long-term solutions will you be advocating for?
I didn't hear you. Was that for me?
Yes, that was for you. I'll be glad to repeat it.
I know the speakers are that way. It really,
okay,
yeah,
we'll
it's
have
really
Matthew
bad
work on
over here. I'm sorry, which question?
Okay, I'll be glad to repeat it, Mr. Lynch.
Okay.
How will you address the many vagrants in the community, and what long-term solutions will you be advocating for?
The vagrants?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a phenomenon, and it's not just in Campbell County. It's statewide. It's countrywide, if you will. And first, before you can solve a problem, you have to go to the base issue of what caused it, and you can attack this problem. The problem is that there's more than one thing that caused this. People will say drugs. Drugs do not cause it. There are people on drugs on the street. There are also people who have mental issues. There are people who have physical issues. There are people that are just down on their luck. There's people who've given up. Most of all, they've given up hope. And without hope, there's just nowhere to go. We have to centralize our agencies to address the issue of vagrants and homeless and all this stuff. Churches around here, nonprofits, other agencies have been working on this for years. And, you know, the problem is not something you can just solve and it's over. It's an ongoing, long-term situation. We formed a coalition in Campbell County on the opioid abatement funds. It's called CORE of Campbell County, CORR. And this is a group of people mostly associated with agencies here in the county, and they are the ones that decide how that opioid money is spent. Last year, I think it was $235,000, and each year will be about that. This goes on for 18 years. It's not politicians deciding from on high what's going to happen. It's people on the street who work with these folks every day that are helping make that decision, and they centralize. And the folks on CORE board, for example, they know what every agency does because they work together on this board. And we got to do that with this issue too. Thank you.
Thank you for your answer, Mr. Lynch. Mr. Jeffries, the same question to you. How will you address the many vagrants in the community, and what long-term solutions will you be advocating for?
I agree with what Mayor Lynch said. It's not only a Campbell County problem or a state of Tennessee problem. This problem is nationwide, and there is not just one cause to it. There are several different causes. Unfortunately, and I may be a little jaded from my previous law enforcement experience, unfortunately there are some folks out there who just absolutely don't want to conform to society. They would rather live the way they live. How to help those folks, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But we also have folks who are mentally ill, who are out there due to mental illness. We have great programs like Ridgeview and some other mental health services out there to help those folks. And then, we're all just one bad accident, one major catastrophe, one major illness away from being in a worse place than we are in our lives. And we have a lot of folks out there that are like that. Those are the folks that our churches help, that our community groups help, and I would think that they do a wonderful job helping those folks. So those are the folks that we all need to come together, we need to advocate for, and we need to help those folks to give them a hand up. And not a handout, but a hand up, because they are the folks that they're good people, and they've just fell on some bad luck, and we need to help those folks out as much as we can.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. And we'll stay with you for the next question. And that is, where do you see our community in the next 10 years, and how do you plan to contribute to that vision?
So in the next 10 years, my plans through like my priorities for the mayor's office, major plans is job recruitment. So in the next 10 years, I see the Campbell County with a lot more jobs. I see going out and actually attracting those industries, going out and talking to those folks and giving them the incentives they need to move into Campbell County. I see people with, that we have worked to help them get the infrastructure they need in place so everybody can have the infrastructure, upgraded electrical systems, upgraded water, to help those industries and businesses that we attract run. Also see our education department, in a much better shape than it is today. And how I will contribute to that, I plan on being Campbell County's leading advocate, a strong voice. I will be out there identifying businesses, recruiting businesses. I will be in Nashville or in Washington, D.C., if the need be, advocating for the grants that we need so Campbell County gets everything that Campbell County deserves that's out there to help us move forward in the future. But I plan on being the leading advocate to move Campbell County forward. I plan on being that strong voice that will move Campbell County forward into the future.
Thank you. Same question for Mr. Lynch. Where do you see our community in the next 10 years, and how do you plan to contribute to that vision?
I'm going to agree with Jimmy on this one. We do a lot of what Jimmy just talked about. We have to go after the grants. We couldn't operate without them. We have to recruit business all the time. We are addressing a lot of those problems, and we're going to fix some of those problems. I see Campbell County in 10 years with a world-class TCAT building. Right now it's a $50 million upgrade at TCAT in Caryville. I see it operating smoothly with new programs. Why? Because we're going to need them. Rome State will continue to succeed in the community. Rome State will grow, and they'll add classes. I know these things because both of them will need to train workers for United Rare Earth and for other new industries that will be located in the Campbell County Industrial Park. This will create a strong tax base, which will allow better service to our citizens. A strong and vibrant Campbell County is what I see. I'm excited thinking about the future of our children and our children's children. We live in exciting times, folks. I'm excited. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lynch. This is your question, so listen to me. Yeah, are you paying attention this time? Anybody that's been in Jacksboro on Friday at 4:30 knows traffic is a nightmare. So do you think we have a traffic problem, and how will you mitigate those concerns and possibly change the situation?
Lord, yes, we have a traffic problem. Oh, it's a big one. Now, we have traffic problems not only there, but throughout the state system here. I have been in continually reporting problems to TCAT. I know for 6 months I was on the phone to TCAT, or my staff or somebody was on the phone to TCAT weekly about the exit 156 to exit 160. Right now the biggest problem, and Highway 63 also was a problem. We had a meeting in my office with Senator Yeager and with Butch Ely at the time, who was the commissioner of TDOT. Butch Ely promised that when the road up the valley was finished, that he would come back with state crews and widen the turn-ins at each turn-in. They're on 90-degree turns right now. So I've had a lot of dealings with TDOT. We've talked to TDOT about the congestion on 25W and up from Walmart up to the high school. The commission's brought this up. We've done a resolution about this. We've had Senator Yeager again talking to them. We have had our East Tennessee Development TDOT representative in the office, and he promised that he would go back, and he did, and he pleaded our case to the TDOT. Problem exists, and we've fought this problem for a while. Senator Yeager is scheduled to be in my office again soon with the new commissioner of TDOT. And he will be there. His name is Will Reed, and he will be there, and we will discuss these problems with him. I believe it is with the traffic lights. I will drive him through that traffic, and I'll make sure he understands what we're talking about. Thank you.
Mr. Jeffries, the same question addressing that gridlock. What are your thoughts on it, and how would you mitigate the concerns or change that Friday afternoon traffic situation?
So yes, I do think we have a traffic problem also. Anybody that has driven in the afternoon would probably agree that we have a traffic problem in Campbell County. So one thing that I think that I would do, the very first thing would be to reach out to TDOT and ask them, have them to do a traffic study and a study on the red lights starting at Caryville and going all the way to Big O's, and to synchronize all those red lights together to allow the maximum amount of traffic flow, which would hopefully alleviate part of that problem. Now, some of the red lights, the technology is probably old. Some of them would probably have to be upgraded, but to my knowledge, there has never been, I know the red lights in La Follette have been synchronized together. I don't think all the red lights starting from Caryville all the way to Big O's have been synchronized, but that is a starting point to start alleviating our traffic, I believe.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. Now we stay with you for one more question, and that is, in your opinion, what is the best use of the mayor's time?
So I think the best use of the mayor's time is, that's a hard 2-minute answer, but I think the best use of the mayor's time is what we've talked about here tonight. It is to go out, to identify businesses, to bring businesses into Campbell County, to help Campbell County to grow, to make sure that our citizens have a better quality of life by building the infrastructure that we need, to make sure that all of our teachers have everything they need to make sure that our children get the best education possible, because as the mayor said, we will need a workforce for these new businesses. We'll need upgraded infrastructure for these new businesses. I think the best use of the mayor's time is to be an advocate. Whether you are advocating for Campbell County with new business, whether you're advocating with our regional, state, or federal partners advocating for Campbell County for grant funds, or advocating for Campbell County with advocating with Campbell County with all of the folks that we need to be in there with to help us to move forward in the future.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Jeffries. And Mr. Lynch, same question. In your opinion, what is the best use of the mayor's time?
It is the mayor's job to be the greatest salesman for Campbell County. So yes, that's true. The best use of the mayor's time is helping people, bottom line. Randy Brown and I walked into the mayor's office. I turned to him and I said, Randy, we help people. That's what we do. That's the motto of the mayor's office. Every time we help a new business promote itself, we're helping that person who invested their savings in that business. We're helping them to improve their life and their family's life. That's what we do. We help people. Every time we organize a job fair or post jobs, we post jobs on the internet daily. We help someone find a job, we've helped somebody. When we help nonprofits raise money, or we have an event to gain volunteers for the nonprofits, then we're doing what we need to do. Yes, we have to not only help people, everything that we do relates back to helping people. We get these grants Jimmy mentioned, that helps people. We go after the jobs, that helps people. It helps families, helps them at Christmas time, helps put food on the table. And Campbell County, we focus on the positive. You can find negative in anything you want to do. And you can find people who will be negative about any progress that you do. But look at the positive side. We see a lot of positives. In the last 3.5 years, I've seen many positives. I think we've brought a lot of positives. I ask for your support so we can do it for 3 or 4 more years. I thank you.
Mr. Lynch. Gentlemen, this next question is a short one, but it's going to be a hard one. Mr. Lynch, we're going to give it to you first. How will you measure your success in office?
How do I measure my success in office? That is a good question. It's a hard question. I think you measure your success by the good you've done for the citizens. Citizens of Campbell County, I'm here to represent them, nobody else. I don't represent any group. I don't represent money or anything else. I represent the folks of Campbell County. They're what's important. So I'll stick with that. That's my answer.
Okay, coming in way under your 2 minutes right there. Mr. Jeffries, how will you measure your success in office?
So I think the way I would measure my success in office is, I agree with the mayor, is serving the citizens of Campbell County. However, I would also measure success in the improvement of the quality of life over the next 4 years with the jobs that will be recruited into Campbell County, with our upgrades in our infrastructure and our assistance to the education system. I think that's the way I would measure success in the office.
Very good. We'll stay with you, Mr. Jeffries, as we're ready to wrap up and have your 2 minutes closing comments, sir.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you for having us, or for having me. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Jimmy Jeffries. I am the Republican candidate for Campbell County Mayor, and just a quick recap for what the priorities for my office will be job recruitment, education, infrastructure, and to ensure that the county services run efficiently as they can be, and that they're open and available to the citizens as they need them. I would ask you for your vote. I will be that strong voice moving forward for Campbell County. I will actively go out. I will actively recruit jobs. I will actively work with the county commission and the school system. I will actively go out and seek the grants to improve our infrastructure, and I will actively work with the commission and the department heads to make sure that our county services are working the way they should. So with your vote, I will be the strong voice that will move Campbell County forward into the future. Thank you.
Jeffries. Now to Mr. Lynch, your closing thoughts.
Folks, I've been your mayor for 3.5 years. Coming up here in August will be the general election where the next mayor will be chosen. I'll be on that ballot, and I'm only on that ballot. I told you when I ran the first time, I know I can do the job, or I wouldn't ask. I can say today, I did the job. I can say today that we're not finished. We need to continue what we started. Folks, we've got the first economic development grant and pilot program in Campbell County's history. We have a state-recognized Veterans Appreciation breakfast every month. A lot of counties do that. We do it every month. Plus, Jellicoe has one quarterly. I was advocating, and we sold the first piece of industrial property, the building that we had that was old. The young man who bought it is a local boy who tripled his workforce after he bought that building. These are good things. We have, for the first time, a public-private partnership to build a Campbell County industrial park with the cost to the citizens very low. There is no land cost in this. The land was put in the name of the Campbell County Industrial Board. The Industrial Board can apply for grants for infrastructure that we're talking about, and we have a $30 million package in the works now. When that property is ready, we'll be ahead of everybody in East Tennessee because we will have property that they don't have. United Rare Earth will break ground this summer. It's going to be a game changer. I'm telling you, we got a lot to go. We have created a new type of culture in Campbell County. I told you I'd be different. I was different. I get up and go to work every day. We fight the battle every day. And I ask you to let me fight it for 4 more years. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Jeffries, Jack Lynch. Gentlemen, thank you. And we thank you for your patience, your attendance tonight. Thanks to all the candidates, all those who've watched, who've been here in person and listened. And Susan, thank you. We thank our staff.
Yes, Jim, we thank them. And we also, again, want to thank Tommy and Tom Robards. Sorry about that. I almost said Tommy and Thomas because that's my generation. But we want to thank Winder's Furniture for the chairs tonight. And we want to thank everyone at the La Follette Recreation Department. And most of all, thank our staff.
And we do appreciate everyone, especially our sponsors tonight as well. We invite you to join us on the evening of May the 5th. That's a Tuesday. We'll have full election results right here on WLAF. So for Derek Marlowe, Charlie Hudson, Matthew Moore, Nancy Bright, Jake Miller, Susan Sharp, Jim Freeman saying so long from West La Follette School, this is WLAF.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk. Brian Yount and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.
For over 50 years, Dole Huckabee has been in the tire business. Dole's dedication is a testament of values, hard work, integrity, and strong community ties. What started out as a small shop with a simple goal, keeping neighbors safe on the road, grew into a family business that became a cornerstone of our town. Through the decades, Dole's become a friend to his customers, a supporter of local families, and a role model to his own children. This shop carries a name that means the world to us. Skeeter was more than just a nickname. It belonged to a husband, a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. A man whose hard work, humor, and generosity and love for family left a mark on everyone who knew him. Now, as we carry on both Doyle's legacy and Skeeter's memory, we are proud to serve the community with the same promise Dole made over 50 years ago: dependable service and honest work.
Hi, I'm Maria Parton. After much prayer and support from the community, I'm proud to announce that I'm seeking the Republican nomination for County Clerk of Campbell County in the May 5th, 2026 primary election. For 25 years, I've served the citizens of Campbell County in the clerk's office, and I've dedicated my career to ensuring every person who walks through the door is treated with respect. I believe the citizens of Campbell County deserve an office that runs efficiently, professionally, and with a strong commitment to public service. Public service is not just a job to me, it's a commitment. As your county clerk, I will work every day to uphold the trust placed in this office and serve the people of Campbell County with dedication, professionalism, and knowledge. No matter what part of Campbell County you call home, I would be honored to earn your support for the county clerk. Make your plan to vote today.
Here in our community, life happens. Maybe the car needs repairs, the electric bill ran a little higher than expected, or you just need a little help getting through the month. That's where your neighbors at Beacon Finance come in. Beacon Finance offers friendly service, quick decisions, and payments that work with your budget. Give us a call today at 423-566-4634. Or just stop by and see us on North Tennessee Avenue. Beacon Finance, here when you need a little help.
You are watching and listening to the WLAF Candidates Forum, live from historic West La Follette School. WLAF's Meet the Candidates Forum is brought to you by Maria Parton, candidate for Campbell County Clerk, Brian Younts and staff at Beacon Finance, North Tennessee Avenue, and by Skeeter's Tire Barn on Pinecrest Road at Jacksboro. This is WLAF.